Hello, everybody! Welcome back to another episode of Know Your Dollar to Item series. In our previous episode, we covered items from, if you remember, we covered items from what happened. It looks so distinct right now. Why is that? Okay, weapons. Okay, let's get to it. They brought some changes in their website. You'll see what I'm talking about right now. Yeah, I say it was just okay. It was in one line. Now it's in two columns. So okay, no biggie. So we covered Divine Rapier. This episode will be covering Disperser, then Episode Blade, and then we'll finish it up with Bloodthorn, and then we'll be done with weapons, and then what we have left with would be artifacts, and then you can say we're pretty much done, right? Yeah, pretty much. Okay, let's get to it. Disperser. We covered Divine Rapier in a previous episode, if you remember. If you're wondering, rather. Alright, so Disperser is an item purchasable at base shop under weapons. We'll be looking at additional information, abilities, recommended heroes, others, tips, trivia, gallery, recent changes. But first, card view. It costs 6100 gold. Yikes, what? Sell value is 3050 gold. Active ability Suppress. Passive ability Mana Break. Bonuses are plus 40 agility, plus 10 intelligence. It's not shareable. You cannot disassemble it. It does not give any usage alert. This recipe requires diffusal blade, eagle horn, and a recipe. What? Okay. Now, looking into additional information, items attributes grants following additional bonuses: 120 mana, 0.5 mana regeneration, and 1% flat-based magic resistance. It also gets 40 attack speed and 6.67 main armor, 40 and 10 main attack damage to agility and intel heroes respectively, and it gives 35 main attack damage to all universal heroes. Abilities: Suppress. The targeted unit ability affects enemies or allies, slows target for 5 seconds if they're an enemy, or grants bonus movement speed, applies basic dispel, and makes them unslowable for 5 seconds if they're an ally. Noise, huh? Caster is always granted the ally benefit on cast. Okay. Caster is always granted the ally benefit on cast. Look at that. Both movement speed reduction and increase start at 100% and gradually decreases to 0% over course of buff durations. Okay. Enemy movement speed slow is for 100%. Ally movement speed bonus is 100%. And movement speed change intervals is 5 seconds. Movement speed slow duration is for 5 seconds. Movement speed bonus duration is for 5 seconds. Cooldown is 15 seconds. Cost 75 mana. Spell block or reflection nodes blocked fully, only one primary target. Okay. Slow decreases in 1 second intervals, so it slows for 100%, 80%, 60, 40, and 20. Going one step down every 1 second. Okay. Movement speed increases in a 1 second interval, so it lasts for 100%, 80%, 60, 40, 20. Going one step down in every 1 second. Sets affected ally's current movement speed as its base movement speed for its initial seconds of buff duration. Fully overrides any flat or percentage-based movement speed bonuses and reductions on wielder from its items and abilities alike. Does not work against root sources, trapping barriers, and other set movement speed effects. Okay. Hmm. Mana Break. It's a passive ability, affects enemies, physical type damage. Each attack burns 40 mana from target and deals 1 physical damage per mana burn. Wow. Burns 8 mana per attack from melee illusions and 8 mana per attack from ranged illusions. Okay, so 40 against 8 for illusions. Mana burn per hit is 40, burned mana as damage is 100%. Okay. For illusions, mana burn per hit is 8. Debuffing nodes does not affect debuffing units at all. Burned mana as damage is considered as conditional attack damage bonus. Although attack damage bonus values are not displayed in HUD, it is still considered and directly added to wielder's attack damage. Attack's damage bonus values are not considered by following sources: critical strike sources. Okay. Mana loss manipulation sources, despite burning less mana and the affected target losing less mana. What do you mean? Mana loss manipulation sources, despite values are not considered. Okay, mana loss sources despite burning less mana and affected target losing less mana. However, it is considered by lifesteal and cleave, and it can be reduced only by flat reductions, e.g. damage block. Since it is considered bonus attack damage, it is not affected by percentage-based attack damage bonuses or reduction. Okay, because it's yeah bonus attack damage. Effectively increases wielders or an illusion's attack damage by 40, and for illusions it's 88. Sorry, against units which have enough mana to burn. Okay, so they need to have mana in order to have that additional bonus attack damage. Applies mana loss first, then damage. Does not work against allied units when attacking them. Mana break from multiple diffusal blade based items does not stack. Okay, so be mindful about that. Fully stacks with other sorts of mana break though. Okay, so now let's recommended heroes list. Generally works well with illusion based heroes. Chaos Knight because okay. Naga Siren, Phantom Lancer, Riki, Spectre. Other bonus attributes and mana break ability make Disperser a cost-effective damage item on agility and carries or heroes in general. So Arc Warden, Broodmother, Juggernaut, Luna, Monkey King, Pangolier, Slark, Troll Warlord, Terrorblade, Viva. Tips: because of the way mana break interacts with illusions, Disperser is most common and most effective on heroes with easy access to them, such as Phantom Lancer, of course. Similarly, this is also why Manta Style and Disperser are all so commonly seen together. After picking up one of the two, the other becomes that much more effective and attractive to buy. Okay. Movement slow is an effective way to kite melee characters and can both increase your team's damage output versus them by preventing them from running away and making it easier to hit them with spells, and reduce their damage outputs versus your team by preventing them from getting close enough to hit anything. Okay. Movement slow can help your illusions and or summoned units stick to the attack target. So movement slow can help your illusions or summoned units too. Okay, makes sense. Like a Dagon, Disperser can be used to trigger Lincoln Sphere on a hero who owns it and make them more vulnerable to other single targeted abilities. So gallery, okay. In recent changes in 7.35c, increased recipe cost from 400 to 800. Total cost increases from 5700 to 6100 gold. And added suppress no longer has an AoE, now always affects both target and caster. In 7.35 versions, item cost changes, now requires Eagle Song. 2800 build instead of terminus 2200. And the reduced recipe cost from 1400, total cost remains at 5700, but not anymore. From 7.35C, it is moved to 6100 due to recipe cost upgrade. No, it's 7. Okay. Build reduced bonus attack damage 45 to 0. Reduced bonus agility from 20 to 40. Increased bonus agility from 20 to 40 stays true. Increased suppress duration from 4 to 5 seconds stays true. In 7.34, suppress no longer applies root and crypts. Now affects all units within 350 radius on target. That's it, fellas. We covered this parser. In our next episode, we'll be covering Abyssal Blade and then Bloodthorn. And I'll see you there. Until then, be good to yourself and everybody around you, both in game and out game. Last but not least, good game, everybody. Good game.